All right, so today I got the pleasure of sitting right next to my boy Sheldon.
It's good.
So I want to thank you for making that purchase to be a part of the show. I'll leave it right there for you. But before we get into that, I want you to introduce yourself and maybe tell your story a little bit.
My name is Sheldon Martin. I'm born San Diego, California, 25 years old currently. I'm a businessman. I own two businesses. One called Money the Millennial Way. The other one is called Premium ATM. Just a little bit of background about both of those companies. Money the Millennial Way is I'm teaching millennials or any other generation how to invest and make themselves more profitable by investing in the stock market. Premium ATM is basically a business where I am placing ATMs in local businesses throughout San Diego County. It just creates passive income, making money in my sleep. So yeah, man, a little bit about those two businesses.
And that's really phenomenal stuff. I mean, obviously, there's no one actually that I know that's doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Going into stocks, going into the trading market, or going into investing, that's a really huge move to actually have passive income. And I feel like that's really important. How would you, tell somebody who's trying to get into investing, or because something I want to get into investing, I don't really know that much. What would you tell somebody like me or somebody like who relates to me?
Yeah, for sure. I would say move at your own pace, first and foremost. Never look at somebody else's success and match it up with your own success.
Okay.
Everybody moves at their own pace, first and foremost. Secondly, make sure you're educating yourself on investing.
Yeah.
I think that we have a lot of good resources out there, such as the internet. You have, financial advisors and so forth, but I would tell somebody to educate themselves about finance and personal finance before you go and consult with the financial advisor. So
educating yourself is like one of the most important things you have to do. I mean, in anything you do, you got to educate yourself before, so you know what the numbers are saying or anything like that. But it's crazy though. I know you used to play football and everything. I know you was really good at it too. And it's just crazy how you transitioned from being an athlete to a business owner. Like what made you want to make that jump?
Yeah, man. So actually, it was a pretty easy jump for me. I know went to Lincoln High School down the street, in Southeast San Diego. Played football, ended up getting a scholarship. Played football in college 4 years. It was a pretty good time. I thought it was time for me to move on. I felt like I can do big things in business. So after graduating with my undergrad, I went to go get my master's degree in business. And I've always been a numbers person, always been educated by my parents about finances. So I think, that's the route I decided to take.
You said you got educated by your parents?
Yeah.
And are they in the same field as you, or are you doing it right now?
So what started off was actually my grandma. What happened was when I was like 5 years old, we started a concept. She said, for every 100 you invest in my bank account I have with you, I will match it with 100. Okay. So that taught me the concept of compound interest. That's how I started to get into finances and kind of move forward from there. So my parents, my mom and dad, they've always had a good foundation about money with me. They're not in finance industry, but they've always educated me about finances.
The reason why I brought that up and I already picked it out was because I've always was taught you're a product of your own environment.
Yeah.
So your environment, you have all your grandma, your parents, so you're telling you stuff, and I was just kind of transitioning to saying sometimes you got to put yourself in that environment to actually grow and learn what you want to do. I'm not sure if you believe it.
No, I believe that. As far as investing, I kind of had to jump in it myself. I also picked up some mentors, of course, that were smarter than me in that specific area. I think anytime you have a mentor, you should never get a mentor that's on your same level. You should always get a mentor that's higher than you, so you have more to learn from. So my dad, he's an investor in the stock market, so I kind of started from him. From there, I started to educate myself.
So I mean, as far as your millennial business, what's it called?
Money the Millennial Way.
As it should be.
But
how are you doing in that business? How are you creating your portfolio and everything?
So the way that business works, primarily that's something just giving back to millennials, and like I said, other generations as well. It's just I'm a millennial, so I have a soft spot for millennials and helping them out. But with that being said, I produce a lot of content. I have a website, which is a blog as well. And basically I talk about different topics. I talk about things about credit. I talk about real estate. I talk about investing, and everything is very much entry level to intermediate. Nothing is advanced. Pretty much everything I have is entry level. So I'm giving people a free resource to learn from. A 2 to 3 hour course, basically just kind of discussing everything from where to start. Because the problem with millennials and other generations is they may have money sitting to the side in a savings account. The problem with having your money in the savings account is that your savings account is literally growing at 0.01%.
Wow.
So the problem is people have money sitting in their savings account. They don't know what to do with that money. They want to invest. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to do it. They don't know who to go to. And that is half of the problem. If you were to be a subscriber, basically this course will show you how to do all these things, and this is for free. Instead of you going to pay hundreds of dollars to a financial advisor to potentially, they could jip you, they could show you the right way, but you're still paying money when you have free resources out there. Not only mine, there's other free resources on the internet as well. So do your research. Make sure you're doing your due diligence of, you know, taking the right steps. And, you know, like I said, I've been watching a lot of your videos. I think that we have a lot of common interests with, you know, if you have a business idea and you have the capital, even if you don't have the capital, start putting plans into action of, you know, getting to that step, because the problem is that, like you said in a lot of your other IGTV videos, is that you have an idea and you let people talk you out of them because you want to go ask, hey, is this a good idea? Is this a good idea? When you're asking a person that's not an entrepreneur question, 9 times out of 10, they're going to talk you out of it. So like I said, man, I totally agree with you there. And then also, exactly, life balance as well. I like to turn up and have fun. Exactly. But at the same time, you know, taking care of business when you need to. So.
Exactly. I mean, going back to what you said, obviously, you can get talked out of your ideas real easily. Even yourself, though. Yourself can psych yourself out.
Yeah, for sure.
People, you know, listening to, if you listen to other people. And as well, you know, we like turning up. That's why, you know, I kind of brought turning up, you know, here with the show, as we can just discuss and just have really nice conversations that we should talk about. People that people should be talking about. But you know, you don't want to ever get talked out of your dreams or anything like that. Your dreams should be higher than everybody else.
My premium ATM business, basically, that runs itself.
Touch on that.
Yeah.
I looked into that when I heard about that on your story.
For sure. So with my premium ATM business, like I said, I'm basically placing ATMs in local businesses, such as all cash businesses, or businesses with high volume, locations with high volume. But my niche is barbershops, beauty salons, nail salons. Yeah. It is harder than you would think, but with that being said, it's once I have the ATM in the business, that's the hardest part. The easy part is when the ATM is in the business, you're making money in your sleep. People are, you know, taking money out that ATM, and the way it works is when you pay your transaction fee, the $2.75 or $3 transaction fee, that money goes straight to my bank account immediately. And then the money that you took out is my money that is sitting in the ATM, but the money you took out gets reimbursed immediately.
I know for me, for sure, would love to, you know, to be sleeping and get paid. I mean, that's the end goal for me. I want to talk about what we were talking about earlier, because you're more of a step-by-step guy. I'm more of a guy that's just, you know, I'm a step-by-step too. You know, I don't really, I'm just
get in there.
Going in there. I already educate myself personal development wise, like I can, you know, not quit, and go and do this. But more on the business side, I'm a little not educated there. You know what I'm saying? We were touching base on, you know, how can you not get not just my product or anybody to copy your shit.
For sure. So when you have a business, there's necessary precautions you like to take, and like RJ said, you know, I'm a step-by-step guy, more of a process guy. So you know, even a service or a product, you want to make sure you have one of the 3 business structures. You want to make sure you have an LLC, which is a legal liability company, and there's different type of LLCs. You want to have a corporation, which there's different type of corporations, or you want to be a sole proprietor. You don't have to, it's the cheapest business you can run. It doesn't take all this extra capital, and all you have to do is really just get a business license, which is like $40, get a business bank account, create your own name, and you're a sole proprietor. And that's the easiest one you can start, but the problem with that is that it becomes, when you start making a lot of money, you're going to get taxed, because it's a cross-through entity, meaning that your normal income is also associated with your business income, and it's one. So when you start making more money, you're going to be taxed like the rich. When you have an LLC, you could be taxed as if you were only making, say for instance, I'm making $60,000 a year. Since I have an LLC, I can write off business expenses and make it look like I'm taxed at, like I only made $10,000 that year. So instead of being taxed in the 22% tax bracket, I can be taxed in the 10% tax bracket because I'm writing off expenses, and it's lowering my taxable income. And I know a lot of this may seem like a foreign language, but this is basically what you have to learn. You know, when you wanna elevate your business. Yeah,
definitely. Those are some steps I had to really take. Like I said, I didn't think about anything else. Just make it happen.
You just go out there. That's the first step.
That's the first step. I feel like you make the initial move, and then once you're inside, you're working, and now you're like, oh man, I need to do this now, I need to do that now. Instead of just sitting back, oh, I need to do that, I need to do that. But you have no progress, no work.
Exactly.
I'm more about work, and then change it up. I'm more about changing. I'm not scared about change.
Yep. And just jumping in there, like you said, you know, you can have all these ideas, but if you're not putting that into action, you're not getting anywhere.
So, you know, if you can help somebody out, giving at least 3 helpful tips of anything.
But the 3 biggest things would probably be, just get going. Bring your thoughts to fruition. The second thing was move at your own pace. I know with social media and different things like that, we can be caught on somebody else's life. The third thing I would say is people always think you need to be rich to start a business or to invest.
You gotta have a rich mentality.
Yeah, you have to have a rich mentality.
Have a mentality that's gonna be rich, manifested.
Exactly, and like I said,
and work till it comes true.
Exactly, and the two things. There's no excuses. There's no excuses.
So, I appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you, man.
For the brand, it's for the business.
Yeah.
I hope well on your other ventures. So,
exactly, man.
we can get that going, man. Let's get that back.
Yeah, for sure.